back to the last live feed today. May do another one later, maybe not. Do another one, maybe. This is the last one I think would be for tonight. It's gonna be about the history of mafioso rap, a genre that really started back in 1989 with Roads to Riches, an album that was made by Coogee Rap and Polo in '89. They the one that got this mafioso rap started. The stuff that Coogee Rap was talking about. Roads to Riches. You look at the video, man, he wearing a black suit like he playing Montana. He's the one that got it started. It was just way influential. This guy in the mid-90s became more popular. I was like going good for Cuban Links. He got back into that genre of what Coogee Rap started. The crime wave narrative, the cinematic feel to it, the same thing that Coogee Rap was doing, was just that wasn't acceptable or embraced in '89, because rap was still considered like a fad. But once the mid-90s came about, now it became more acceptable. Now you can accept the stuff that was going on at that time. So mafioso rap is a subgenre of hardcore hip hop that's characterized by themes of organized crime, luxury monster lifestyles, high stakes hustling. It was pioneered in the 1990s by East Coast artists. The genre relies on intricate storytelling, gritty realism, and lavish opulence. That's how it came about, these mafioso kind of albums. That was out at the time. It was short lived, obviously. I think it only lasted from, let's say, '89. It wasn't a big deal in 1990, 91, 92, because it was more political, more Afrocentric, more lyrical, underground, gangsta rap. The style got brought back in '95. You make a case, '95, with One Good for Cuban Links. I think that's where it started to re-emerge again in the mid-90s. It's just the facts. It started in the late '90s with Coogee Rap, what he was doing on that first that Roads to the Riches. Then it got caught fire in the mid-90s and '95. That's where it got caught up in that kind of content. Coogee Rap was the first one, man. He was the first rapper to infuse lyrics with mafioso and hardcore street content. Roads to Riches, where he makes Al Pacino in the movie Scarface, his debut, reference a lot of mob movies. This is no debut, and his lyrics album covers title, simple clips of mob films. Also said before, Coogee Rap, it didn't have the street rap that could hold its own against artists such as Ice-T and MJ Williams trying out. So the street narratives, mafioso lifestyle, the crime, the violence, and all that, Coogee Rap was the first rapper to do that. He was the first rapper to make the mafia lifestyle a major theme in his lyrics. So the epics tales, the chronicling, the crime underworld of drug trafficking, luxury, luxurious pleasures, the high-end legal business. It was Coogee Rap that did this. It was him. He's the guy that got things going with that song Roads to the Riches, that album in '89. That's why when you look at the thumbnail, you see the cover. Once you tune in, if you don't tune in tonight, that's okay. But whenever you tune in, you'll see it on the thumbnail, the album cover with Coogee Rap and DJ Polo. That's DJ Polo, he passed away, I think a couple of years ago, I think last year or something like that. I mean, this album got started. It started everything. I'm saying this guy got re-sparked and reused in the mid-90s. And when you look at Biggie's debut, Ready to Die, in 1994, it was a big influence on a subgenre as it focused on the drama, things of his life as a low-level drug dealer. The album also features showing that from his birth, told like the hustle lifestyle and stuff like that, to one to commit suicide, stuff like that. So the resurgence of this mafioso rap thing, rap genre, is what started with Roads to the Riches. Just fast forward to Only Built for Cuban Links. That was released. Had more mainstream critical acclaim. AZ Do or Die. Jay-Z's just moved out. Then here comes Nas. It was written. Life After Death, Biggie, No Way Out, P Diddy. All these comes from what Coogee Rap was doing in that on the album '89. So you look at Cuban Links, it came out in August 1995. Last year marked the 30th anniversary of that album. Same thing. Raekwon and Ghostface doing their thing. He was the guest star, Ghostface, and Raekwon was the star. It popularized street-related mafioso rap on the East Coast. That was originated in the late '80s. Again, hip hop was considered a fad in the late '80s. Like even though there was the golden era, it wasn't acceptable to do that kind of music, that kind of genre. Until the mid-90s, was more acceptable because time means everything. I think that's where things changed in the mid-90s. So you had the Wu Gambinos, Alias, the Alter Egos and stuff like that. All these aliases started to come up. Biggie's home self, Frank White, Nas Escobar, Tupac Shakur, called himself Machiavelli. You know what I'm saying? All from what Wu-Tang Clan was doing, but it all comes from Coogee Rap getting it started. It all started from somewhere. Junior Mafia, same thing. Something they were doing with Lil Kim. Same thing with Do or Die, AZ. He was chronicling the underworld lifestyle, organized crime, Mobster's sense of fame and wealth, the hustler lifestyle. That's what he was talking about. Counting money, drinking expensive wine, smoking cigars. Jay-Z, same thing. Mafioso, being a hustler. Look at the song. Can't Not the Hustle. Same aesthetic, same blueprint that Coogee Rap did in '89. Same thing. Then Nas, it was written. Same thing, Mafioso theme, which led to Nas having his highest selling rap record of all time. That was his highest selling record because of what was going on at the time. It was trendy. It was a trend. So he could sell records because everybody was doing the same thing Nas was doing, that Raekwon was doing first in the mid-90s. So that's what it comes down to. When you start doing something that's trendy, you're definitely going to sell records. It led to the firm, stuff like that. So Mafioso Rap was a big deal from 95 to 97. Kind of panned out after that. And once 98 came about, it wasn't about no mafioso no more. That stuff had died down, as far as that's concerned. Then Biggie, obviously 97. Life After Death. That style, gangster mafioso rap, cross over to the commercial mainstream. Bridge the gap between gangster mafioso rap, pop rap close together. Then it started to decline as we got to the late '90s. Now, gangster mafioso rap was a huge selling genre. As I said, Nas had his biggest selling album because of this genre. It was so good, so effective. He was able to, sell a lot of records because of this. Yep, it was the staples. AZ, Jay-Z, Nas, Raekwon. They were the staples in this subgenre at the time. The Firm had a supergroup, Nas, AZ, Foxy Brown, and Nature. They were on Dr. Dre's Aftermath label. So it was all mafioso related, phone tap. That's where it was at that time. Now, it wasn't as criticized as gangster rap due to the fact that it didn't have a full mainstream crossover appeal. Even for popular artists that utilized the style, their hits did not feature the style heavily. Now, that's how it was at the time, man. The founder of this was Coogee Rap. You gotta trace it back. All the elements to him, all the stuff that he did. On that Road to the Riches album. That's what got started. He started it, just that it didn't have the same effect. Because these rap, he never had a platinum album. He never sold a lot of, units because he was so lyrical. Ahead of his time, he didn't sell a lot of units, but he started everything with him. It was a subgenre, hardcore, in the late '80s, Unlike gangster rap, it was about cinematic storytelling, lavish imagery, adopting kingpin mob boss personas, inspired by classic crime films. So look at Nas Escobar. You gotta go back to Coogee Rap. Anything that Raekwon was doing, Biggie was doing, AZ, Jay Z was doing, Dream Mafia was doing. Same thing with who else? Losing my train of thought. Those examples right there. Those are people that was doing the same thing that this guy was doing, Coogee Rap. So the pioneer of this style was Coogee Rap. He pioneered the style, rose to riches, and he made 4, 5, 6 as a solo artist, as the leading polo. But only bit for Cuban Links, yes, was the definitive Mafioso rap album, but it was for Coogee Rap. There wouldn't be no Raekwon making this album. There wouldn't be no other albums coming after this. Just that simple. Coogee Rap is the guy, man. He got everything started. Started with him. Just that he came out at the wrong time where it wasn't acceptable to, the mid 90s. The mid 90s, okay, it was more acceptable for a reason. It went more mainstream and it was more acceptable, like units were sold, records were sold at a higher level. And that's what it was about. We gotta trace everything back to Coogee Rap. He's the creator, the blueprint for the intricate mob-inspired storytelling that inspired Raekwon to make One Bit for Cuban Links. He just solidified and cemented it as a subgenre of Raekwon, One Bit for Cuban Links. Same thing with Jay-Z, same thing with Nas, same thing with AZ. That was the trend. The mob movie aesthetic in mainstream rap. That was something that was different. But what they were doing, the way they were doing it, they would find the same wavelength, but they had their own style to it. But it was copied, imitated by what was started before them, and that was the one and only Coogee Rap. He's the guy. He's the guy that you got to trace everything back to. When it comes to originality and creativity, it started with him. Yep, so that's basically it, man. There's nothing else I can say about this video, this live feed about Mafioso Rap. It's a very important thing to talk about because that was going on 30 years ago. 30 years ago, this was the height of the Mafioso Rap that was sparked by Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links and continuing into 96 and 97. Then it like dropped off in the late part of the 90s and that was it. That was also things had to change. DMX comes in, does his thing with his grittiness, stuff like that. So, especially him, that was it for the Mafioso Rap after that. Because at that time in New York, man, on the East Coast, that was the thing to do. Talk about that. Don't talk about anything else but Mafioso stuff. That was the climate and the time and the period. That was just a time where people wanted to gravitate to that kind of genre and sell records and be relevant. That's how it was. Relevancy definitely came from that album, that genre of Mafioso Rap. When you look at Cuban Links, it made its debut at number 4. It went gold in 95. And later went platinum in 2020. So it didn't blow up, but it did have a lot of success. It was a great album. The mafioso rap genre is definitely something that was a big deal at the time, and he's a pioneer, yes, but the original pioneer is Coogee Rap. No question. He's the original guy, originally of this genre. Because as Raekwon Ghostface took it to the next level on that album, yes, definitely influential, yes. It's made it more popular. That's the key. Because Mafioso Rap, when Coogee Rap was doing that, and Road to Riches, it wasn't popular. The album didn't sell that many units. Coogee Rap never was a platinum artist or gold artist, but he was able to get it started. It was pioneered by Coogee Rap. It just didn't get accepted, until '95. So, yes, give credit to On Bid for Cuban Links. It influenced Nas to have the Escobar moniker. Biggie called himself Frank White persona. Tupac and Shakur will become Machiavelli. All these aliases, all these Wu Gambinos, the concept, they pioneered that concept. It started with them, Wu-Tang Clan. Cristal Champagne and all that other stuff, they started all that stuff. But G-Rap got it started first. He was the trailblazer first. He got things moving in that direction for rappers to rap like that, in that same vein. Nas, it was written, mafioso posturing, Raekwon influence, Nas. Nas Escobar moniker came about. Yep. So there's no slice it. No originality with Nas, no originality with AZ or Jay Z. It was just copying off what was going on at that time. It's a very influential album on Good for Cuban Links. Definitely. So need be said, man. So I'm done with this. Look at the mafioso rap genre. That's what need be said about that. So that's it. I'm done for the day. I'm not doing more live stream. I had a successful day. Look forward to continue to do the same thing tomorrow. The Bible study lesson. 1991 World Series. That we do on the Fuji's The Score 30 years ago. The album dropped. Do something on that, other stuff that I have in my mind. But all this is on behalf of Black Music History Month, so that's what it's about. So I need to say about that. So that's it, man. For today, subscribe to the channel whenever you get a chance to look at this channel and subscribe. Appreciate it. Be back tomorrow and do some more great live speaks, some great content you're going to enjoy. So that's it for this look at the history, man, of Mafioso Rap. That was something that was a big deal. It's not, I think it's a big deal today, like it was in the late 80s. It's definitely not the case like it was in the mid 90s. It was definitely something that was gravitated by a lot of artists. Nas, Biggie, Jay Z, Nas, they all took what was going on on Bid for Cuban Links. Make a case they were influenced by, Coogee Rap's Road to the Riches. Who knows? The bottom line, Road to the Riches, that's where it all started with him. Coogee Rap. It's as simple as that. So that's it. We're done. Be back tomorrow for more of this content for my channel. So I get better and better and better. Keep on supporting. See the movement growing strong and keep doing my thing. This channel I got something special. It's gonna make this channel even more successful with the content that I put together. I'm looking forward to it. That's yet to come. That's all I gotta say about that. That's it. Till then, talk to you tomorrow.